know that you could create a GIF as the header of your Google Classroom? You can. And I know a lot of you have already been making these little Bitmoji classrooms, but I'm going to show you how to make them be GIFs. It's super simple to do. This took me about 20 minutes. It can take however long you want, depending upon how creative you want to be with your background. The first thing you want to do is open up a new Google Slides presentation. Once you have your slides, you want to go to File, go down to Page Setup, and where it says Widescreen 16 by 9, click on that and change it to Custom. Go ahead and change from inches to pixels and change this 800 by 200 and click Apply. What that does, it gives you the dimensions needed for the Google Classroom header instead of a Google Slides presentation. I always like to just go ahead and clear off what's on the screen already. I do that by dragging my mouse, pressing the backspace button. Now I want to have my background for the slides. So I'm going to click background. If you have an image saved to your computer, you can upload it. I'm just going to do a Google image search and search for a background. Once you find the one that you want to click on it and click Insert. And once again, you can upload a picture of your real classroom if you want to make it be even more realistic for your students. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and click Done, and it's going to save that image for me. It will look a little blurry because it's kind of stretching that, but don't worry, once you get it into your Google Classroom, it doesn't really look as blurry as what it looks on your slide. Now that you have your background, you want to find the images that you want to put on your classroom wall. So kind of like what we did before, this time I'm going to go to Insert, I'm going to go to Image. You can upload images directly from your computer, or you can search the web, or you can insert from any of these other options. I'm going to select Search the Web, and I'm going to look for my pictures that I want. So the first thing I might want to put is a chalkboard. If I find one I like, I'm going to click on it and click Insert. Once it's on my slide, I can move it to wherever I want and resize it to match my background. If I had a hard time finding images that really match my personality, I can always also go over to a new tab and do a search on Google. The only thing with that, you want to make sure that you're using pictures that aren't copyrighted. So to do that, you can click Tools, and where it says normally not filtered by license, you want to change that. So it usually says usage rights. Change it to labeled for non-commercial reuse with modifications or without, whichever one. And then you can find an image that matches you. So for instance, I might like this chalkboard here, and I can click on that and drag it to my slide and let it go, and it will paste that directly on my slide. I can crop that background out by doing a triple click on the picture and just moving those black lines closer, just like what I'm used to in other social medias and things like that when I'm cropping pictures. Once I have it, I'm just going to make my board fit my page and place it wherever it is that I want it to appear. The next thing that I want to do is probably add some text to that whiteboard. So I'm going to make a text box and I'm going to type directly on it. I really like this font, the Cabin Sketch, because it kind of looks like a chalk. A nice background remover. So like if you find a picture and you click on it and you don't want the white background but you want to keep the chair, you can go to remove.bg and it will remove the white background. So you just click the picture and drag it up to your next tab. So I'm just holding my click in, drag it anywhere on the page, and release it. And it will give you a removed background image that you can just copy and paste directly on your page. You can continue to add all of the elements that you want onto your slide. Here's what my finished product looked like. I just got a few pictures embedded on here. The next thing you want to do is grab your Bitmoji, and if you don't have a Bitmoji, you can just download the extension and modify it to fit you. And you want to make this match the classroom. So I'm just going to do the search. This is probably the most time-consuming part for me is trying to find appropriate Bitmojis. Let's start with a high. I'm going to copy that, and I'll paste it down here in the corner and probably just crop that to make it match. Another good one to look for are the dance emojis. Copy and paste. But before you do that, you want to make sure that you duplicate this slide because we're kind of making a stop motion animation video. So I'm going to duplicate. I'll delete my old Bitmoji there because I don't need her anymore. And I will find my next Bitmoji and paste her onto the slide. I duplicate the slide, maybe move this same emoji a little bit more towards the whiteboard. And just keep doing that until you find all of the Bitmojis that you want. Sometimes you have a Bitmoji that you like, but you don't want to use it because it says something completely crazy or inappropriate. You can copy that, paste it onto your slide, and then crop the part out that you don't want. And that way you still have it. After you find all of the Bitmojis that you want to use, just do a quick little slide through on your slides to make sure that everything looks the way that you want it. And now you're ready to turn this into a GIF. To turn this into a GIF, you want to go to talltweets.com. You will want to scroll down to where it says select presentation. The first time it will ask you to sign in with Google, only because it needs to make a copy of your slides. So it's perfectly fine. I'm going to click select presentation. I'm going to pick the presentation that I want to turn into a GIF. Press select. It will take a couple of seconds for it to upload. Then you want to change the GIF image to 800 in pixels because that's the width of our Google Classroom header. Set the slide duration however long you want. I've been making mine for 1 second. And then click Create GIF. After the GIF is created, you press Save, and it will download it onto your computer. Finally, the last thing that you need to do is go to the Google Classroom that you want this to be your header in and click Upload Photo. You can drag this from your download screen right here. If you're on a Chromebook, you want to click Select a photo from your computer and find it to where it downloaded. And then once it gets uploaded, it's going to have your GIF as the header of your Google Classroom.